Sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Orlando Sentinels and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Set to kick off.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
57's the mic. Mark 57. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down from the left hash mark. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball.
And now look at him go. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Fourth down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right in your...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45.
They are not
and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Sentinels 10, Bengals 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Shit. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Rush twist.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 20.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On on third down, Burrow. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 45.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna go out one for the sake, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the bed until we all got them bucks left.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
To number 84.
It's a big play there. 51 yards.
First down.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. Buying time to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
To number 84.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dixon set to kick
The
off.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Play action. It's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. And they run the option here on first and 10. A quick throw down complete to Ross. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
On second down, Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
He was brought down at the
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On third down, they're going to go with the option. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
makes the score Sentinels 17, Bengals 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Orlando first down.
From the gun, Haskins. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they give this time to the tailback. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Juan Alexander. No gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
It's a 25-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Complete to Hayden Hurst. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, 69 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. This is out quickly to the right, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was taken down at the 20.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Orlando, 1st down.
From the gun, Haskins. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 10-yard line.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's Haskins to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They go play action with Burrow. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Now it's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20.
I'm the best in the game. I'm the best in the game.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Bengals 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And he's got Lockett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He was brought down by McKinney.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Sentinels 39. Bengals 20. Michael Dixon set to kick.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Joe Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. They'll try and run with Mixon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Sentinels.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They're on the tackle.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
You ain't nothing!
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here.
Well, we always talk about you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Going top shot. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Makes the score Sentinels 42, Bengals 34.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Johnson now returning.
They'll take over 1st down and 10. At their own.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A big play there. 47 yards on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run with Hines. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Sentinels 49, Bengals 34. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Where's 52? Watch the
2nd and 10 now. Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles.
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just